Hello everyone, nice to see you. My name is John-Erik. I'm an old man from Sweden, retired, and have already reached the age of 80 years. Oh yes, years pass by too rapidly, I guess. I'm living here in Sweden, in the suburb south of the capital of Sweden, Stockholm. And I've been on YouTube for many years, and I have a YouTube channel which has been pretty successful, by the way. I publish videos every day for a couple of years, actually since the pandemic, when I just picked up the habit of producing daily videos to have something to do, because I was a little bit isolated due to the risk of catching the disease. So I did that. I just kicked off a series of videos every day, produced in a very simple fashion. I got a camera. In this case, I got an action camera standing on a vase that has been turned over and provides a very good platform to put the camera on. I also have some wireless microphones in order to catch up the sound. I usually produce these or record these videos here in my kitchen, or it's a kitchen, also a living room. It's a combination of that in my flat. I'm living in a suburb or a community which is called Handen. Actually, it's called Haninge. And it's about 25 minutes with the commuter train from the central station in Stockholm. I'm referring to the train, by the way, because I kicked off my Swedish channel by doing a lot of traveling by trains. And then I started to take photos, and then later on I made recordings, video recordings from my travels, and grew the channel. Now I'm not traveling so much nowadays because I'm a little bit older, and I've been traveling so many years and made so many journeys by train that I feel I've done it. Sorry, I'm just drinking my favorite drink. Is a sugar-free orange juice that I bought in a discount store. Yes. Well, the focus on my channel will be actually the same or almost the same as the channel in Sweden that have been pretty successful, I would say. It's actually to describe my daily life. That will, as being a retired person with a family, well, I got 3 children, when they also got 4 grandchildren, and I even got a grandchild, a little girl called Malou. But they're living, one family is living in Stockholm, another one is living in a city called Kalmar by the east coast, a little bit further south. And I also got a daughter living in the United States, in Providence in Rhode Island. So my children, they have left the house of the father, the children's mother, regretfully passed away 2 years ago. So they only got their father left, and he is 80 years old. Now, I live here. I live here in what we call a condominium, I think it's called in English. It's a flat that I bought, and it's very, very close to the commuter rail station and the bus terminal and the department store, or it's called the mall here, and also the cultural center where they got all kind of cultural activities and libraries and so on. So I'm living very central in the sense, it's not in center of Stockholm, but in central in this commune, it's called in English, in Swedish, the commune. And it's about a commune about 100,000 people, including a lot of islands. It's by the sea. So I'm not living by the sea. I can't see the sea from here. But if I travel about 25 minutes by bus, I will reach the coast. And then there are a lot of islands, and there was a part of this commune. So it's a seaside commune, but I'm living not in by the sea. I've been living here for approximately 30 years, and we can come back and perhaps discuss where I've been living before, but I'm living here for 30 years. I do have a significant other, by the way. His name is Harriet. Harriet. That's not a very popular name in Sweden, by the way, but I like the name. She's very, very nice, and I'm really very fond of her. But we are living in separate apartments. She's living not far away from here, but still about 10 minutes by bus. And she will most probably appear in this series of videos that's coming along. She also has a sister living in the United States, up in Maine. She's not that as fluent in English, so she is very limited in English, but you may be able to share some of her views at least. Further on in this series, you will most probably look forward to see her too. So it's going to be a little bit of a life channel about how to live in Sweden at the age of 60s. I mean, we get retired, or at least when I got retired, the nominal age when you got retired was 65. Now they have extended it to 67, and they will extend it further on. That's due to the fact that we're all getting older. We're living longer, so they have to extend the time when you can flip over and become retired to 67 right now, I guess, and be 68 further on. I was at my time when I retired, it was 65. I have to be very clear. I finished my professional career when I was 58. We will come back to that at a later time. It may be interesting for you to understand how can you retire when you're 58 and still having a reasonably good life. It's better because the way the system of retirement here in Sweden and many other countries like the neighboring Nordic countries as Norway, Denmark and Finland is somewhat different from the system in the United States. But coming back to the details, I think you will be interested to know how it is to retire at an age of 58 and still having a reasonable, well, I would say a very good economic life. So I will take you on that journey further on. And also, what do I do? What do I do? I'm 80 years old. What can I do? What do I want to do? And what do I want to do and I will not be able to do? Because age has an effect, not only from the physical point of view, it will have an effect also on the mental point of view. Things that you enjoyed to do before, you are not enjoying today. And things that you wanted to do, you are not able to do due to perhaps limitation in your health and so on. I will bring up these kind of questions as we go along on this journey together. I hope you will join me. But I'm going to be frank and honest, telling you, I will not tell you about all my personal details. Don't worry, don't worry. I will keep it at some kind of limit to what I'm going to disclose. But you see, I will be honest, I will tell you about my possibilities, my advantages, my disadvantages, my disappointments, and so on, to understand how it is to live in Sweden at the age of 80, when you have to realize that the number of years still remaining are limited, and how you can use them. And also reflect, how did you do with your life? Did you make the right choices? What kind of choices were the wrong choices? It may be interesting for people who are slightly younger than I am to understand what kind of choices you most probably have the options to take and the effect of that. Now, this is very theoretical. It's going to be hands-on. It's going to be hands-on. Even what kind of orange soda you should buy, at least what kind of orange soda I'm buying. I'm a little bit frugal. You will meet a frugal person who really wants to save money, not only from the point of necessity, I think it's the right word, necessity, but also actually it's a sport to do that. Now, just giving you the basics, I said I was 80 years of age, I got 3 children, I got 4 grandchildren and 1 great-grandchild. My wife died for a couple of years ago. She was 5 years younger than I am, the same age as Harriet, who is my significant other. We divorced a couple of years, a lot of many years before she died, and we have been very good friends after that. And together we have spent time together with our children, and I really miss her. I wanted her to stay alive and share, for example, our common grandchild Malou, the little girl, but she wasn't able to live that long. I'm honest, I'm very sorry about that. We had a very good relation. I mean, I divorced her for many years ago. I met the Harriet, which is my significant other. We had a very good relation altogether. So it has been, at least from the social point of view, a happy family, but I really miss her. And I'm an engineer, and I graduated from the Technical University of Chalmers in Gothenburg, so I have a university degree. I've been in electronics, in computers, all my life. I've done programming, I got system engineering, I've been a manager, I've been in computer operations, I've been a manager on a real, for me, on a significant high level. And the last job, the last employment I had was from a big American computer company. But then I was laid off because they were doing outsourcing, and they had to decrease the number of employees constantly. It was a part of their business idea. And suddenly it hit me, and I lost my job, or I was released. You can call it whatever you want to do. I have a very strongly remember the day then they told me I could leave the company, and I could do it right away. I didn't have to do anything, just to collect my private things and say goodbye to the people. And it wasn't very friendly. I got a golden handshake and so on. I was happy, they were happy, and we were very good feelings. And I'm not going into details about that, but it was a very professional separation, both from them and from me. So I feel very happy, and it made it possible for me to quit working at the age of 58 and start to understand and grow into the position of not having to work, but still being able to live fully and only be limited to the kind of physical limitations. And at that time, when I was 58, I had a little bit more options than I have today. But I'm very happy. I've had a good period of being retired. I've been retired for, I've been retired for many more years than it's common. I mean, people today, they have to work until they're 67. I left at 58. And I mean, that is a significant difference. Especially when you get older, you get more tired, you don't have the strength and so on. But okay, that's a little bit of my background. I will take you to a journey together with me, and perhaps Harriet also sometimes. We just spark up the videos by being first. You can see her. She is very nice. She is 75, but she is very nice, and I'm really fond of her, and you can see why I am. So you're going to follow me on my journey, and I will tell you about on being retired, how I lived my life from 58 years up to 80 years as a retired, the kind of system that works here in Sweden and also in many other countries in Western Europe, especially in the Nordic countries. How to be retired is very different from being retired in the US. The system is very different, and I will get into the details about that. And also how it's lived in Sweden. Sweden It's different from the US, it's different from India, it's different from many other English-speaking countries. I know India also speaks other languages than English, but it's interesting to know that, I mean, in Sweden we are 10,000 people and almost everyone speaks Swedish, at least most people do. So let's broaden it, say 50 million people understand Swedish. So if I'm talking to you in Swedish, I have a possible audience of 15 million people. But if I'm talking English and if I do it at least as well as you can understand me, then I can reach, for example, in the US, about 300 million people. I know that you are more than 300 in the US, but not everyone understands English. Now you got Spanish and so on. But I mean, they have got a possible audience of 300 million in the US only. And then you got the United Kingdom or many other countries. And all the countries that has English as a second language, including India, including China, and perhaps even Russia, I don't know. So I have a possibility to share my experience and my life for more people when I talk English. So I have to put a lot of effort to make these videos as understandable, as engaging, as interesting, and also informative and entertaining as possible, using my second language. I understand English very well by having been learning English in school, having used English as the official language in my positions. Many of the companies I've been working for has had English as the company language, and also especially by looking at videos on YouTube, you get a very good understanding of English by doing that. You got different kind of English. You got US English, UK English, South African English, Australian English, and now and then also Indian English. Yes. So I understand English very well, but it's one thing is understanding another thing is to talk and speak, and doing that in a way that is understandable. You have to be with me. I'm not perfect in this, but I know, I'm confident that I will improve as we go along. So follow me on my journey. I will kick off this channel right now, and I hope you will find it interesting. There's the same kind of mantra as in all the channels I've been watching. If you like it, please press the like button. If you want to subscribe, please do it. It's free of charge, and you will get an update when I produce the next video. If you have anything you want to comment, please do comment. I will try to respond to the comment, and I will learn from the comments. If you have anything you would like to ask question about, you want me to describe, explain. For example, I may have not be able to explain something fully. Just tell me, you didn't explain it, we didn't understand you. Please let me know. I can always be better. So, and I do be better by your input. So let me know what you want to know, and I will try to explain it for you. But I will take you on the journey by explaining how I've been living as a retired in Sweden up to 8 years, how I plan to further on live and do with my time and with the money I've saved, and also how about what is Sweden, what is difficult with Sweden, and what can you learn from Sweden, or what can we in Sweden learn from you. We have to have a mutual understanding of each other. Please let me know and come along. I will look forward to seeing you again. Have a good time.